Yesterday, I screwed up. We all know it. So yesterday we spoke about two of our metrics that we want to do each and every time. And those two metrics are, greet people by a first name instead of asking them who they are. And then for the MAs to go out and give the handshake and to give introductions of who they are and ask them if they're ready to come back. MAs you are about 80% at shaking hands and welcoming people back, so we actually backtracked. Guys, this is it. This is your last warning. There are going to be significant consequences. This is not an option. Being friendly is not a suggestion. Welcoming people is not something you can decide or not decide to do. If you don't want to be friendly, there's the door. I better see 100% next week. I misread the report. So the report actually said that you guys were doing excellent, that we are over 95%, I believe, for both of those. Is that correct? Yes, over 95%. So we did excellent. Now, I apologize. Now, I have a number of things that I want to apologize to you for. Number one, I was told that I was speaking to you all like you were my children. You're adults. If that was what came across, I can see how that was taken that way, and I don't mean to treat you as children. Number two, the report that came across my desk, I looked at it, and I didn't ask clarifying questions. I assumed you all weren't doing what you were supposed to be doing. Instead, I should have said, seriously, is this really how this is? If I had spent that extra 5 seconds doing that, then they would say, no. That's this number plus this number plus this number. We're actually doing really well. So instead of just assuming that you all weren't doing what you were supposed to be doing, I should have said, seriously? After all we've talked about, this isn't happening. I didn't do that. I just reacted. It's problem number two. There might be more problems, but I want to sincerely apologize to everybody. I don't mean to speak to you like your children, because you're not. The whole reason we do these morning meetings is because I value you. The whole reason we do quarterly evals is because I value your opinions. The whole reason we try to get together and we try to communicate is because I want to know what you're thinking. I want you to be actively engaged in making this place better. I realize that my message yesterday was not that, so I apologize for it. Yeah. Now, guys, let's take a moment here. If the owner of this clinic can admit they did something wrong and ask your forgiveness, it's up to you if you accept that. I have no control of that. All I have control of is saying, I could have done something better, and I'll try. If I can do that, what's the next step? What do I have to do next? I have to, number one, try to do better, right? Do the right thing. Do the best you can. Show others you care. I have to do that. Number two, I can't make my yesterday when I was speaking to you, I can't make that mean that I'm a worthless piece of fill in the blank. It's not what it means. It means I'm human. I didn't behave in a way that I wish I had. I'm sorry that it affected you emotionally and probably affected your days. I truly am. And it's humbling, right? I don't want to do that. I want this place to be a home run for our patients and our staff and our vendors and anybody we come in contact with. Like, it's so viscerally important to me. And I know it is to you, otherwise you wouldn't work here. But I made a mistake. That does not mean that I'm worthless. It also does not mean that I'm a good or a bad doctor, or a good or bad manager, or a good or bad husband, or a good or bad son. It means I messed up and I'm going to do better. End of story. And I think so often in our lives, we hold on to something and say, oh man, I did this really poorly. Oh man, I screwed this up. I'm just going to drag myself down and beat myself up. And if I walk around this clinic today, or if I walked around this clinic yesterday with I'm a worthless piece of crap, how many more things do you think I would have to apologize for right now? It would go on and on. I would never end it. Own it. It's humbling. It's embarrassing. And we're going to put this online. Right? Not to beat myself up, but to show everybody out there that, wow, sometimes physicians don't do things right. And it's okay to say I'm sorry and to try to do better. Right? And then 2, do better. 3, don't beat myself up needlessly for it. And I'd encourage you to do the same thing. Find that thing that you haven't done perfect. Own it. Recognize it. Stare it straight down and say, you don't define me. What I do going forward defines me. Who I want to be is important. So, I apologize again. I'm moving on. I'd ask you all to hold me accountable. If there's things that I'm doing, if I'm talking to you in tones that you don't appreciate, chances are real good I don't mean it. Help me out. I'll help you out. We'll have a great day.